don't know about you guys, but ever since I started doing professional level audio engineering, I think I'd say around the year 2010 is where I got somewhat comfortable, mixing and recording for other people besides a good friend of mine. But anyway, I've always lusted. I know that most engineers do. That we've lusted after this gear, LA2As, the 1176s, the variable muse. But there's always been something standing in my way, and that's where's it at? The price tag. I just can't justify $4,400 for a bus compressor. As much as I would love to have all this gear sitting in my racks, even the SSL G series is $3,500, and even the clones themselves are still, you know, $800, $1,200. So, this is why I love Access Analog and Mix Analog. They've been getting different. They have the Better Maker limiter. They have the Alicia gear, which, oh man, I just love the Music Q. If you have not tried the Music Q yet, you owe it to yourself. If I think that might be, well, it's among my favorites. If I had to only have one, I would probably have an SSL, but the the Music Q, I probably could mix every single thing with that. Even the 2500. And plugins, look, plugins have definitely gotten better, but I believe saturation, so, the sound of transformers and compression, you can do it harder. The LA2A, it's crazy what I was able to do with a bass guitar, which I've never heard a plugin do. It basically like adds like a transient to the notes. So, and the 1176, this compressor is so clean, it's not funny. So when I heard another YouTuber yelling about, it was like the Behringer or whatever it's called, the Clark Technic 1176 being way too clean. I don't think he's ever used a newer 1176, like the remakes like this one is. I don't think he's used one of those because you can just keep compressing and you don't hear it. And the distressor is good too. I think it's on the other page here. Nope, there it is. So you can get this one too, and I would probably, if I could only pick one, I'd probably get the distressor just because it's so versatile. But we live in good times, guys. We live in really good times, and I just want to wish everybody a happy Easter. And whatever you're out there doing in isolation, keep your mental health strong, and I will be putting out new videos in the future. I have a big list, a big backlog of just things that I haven't been able to get to over the years. Oh, here's the Clark Technic. Yeah, so, this is like a very clean compressor, and it's somewhat affordable. For hardware, $400 is cheap. And they also have the KT2A. I don't know how good this one is, but anyway, yeah, we live in really, really good times to be manipulating music. And if I were selfish, I wouldn't have even told you guys about Mix Analog and Access Analog. Like, seriously, I just would have kept that to myself and used those services to deliver better mixes. But I want those companies to succeed, and I want you guys to not have to go broke in order to get legitimate analog sound. And here's the cool thing: if you make enough money doing professional mixes, eventually you could save up and get one of these things. I always tell people, hey, look, just because the prices have come down and you can rent these in the cloud, or I still hate that phrase, in the cloud, but you can remotely rent these and send your audio through high-end analog to digital converters and digital to analog converters. Even though you have this ability, you really should still be charging professional level prices. And if you guys saw the Glenn Fricker video that I shared yesterday, make sure you get your money up front. Make sure you get the terms and conditions up front. get a contract, and when you send those mixes out, if they want to hear the whole mix, you put a watermark on that sucker, you know, so they can't use that without paying you. Get money up front, get money halfway through the mix. After you sent the first version, you should get paid again, and then once you deliver the final one, get that. And like I told you guys, I've been using Listen To from Audio Movers so that I don't have to keep doing like 10 different revisions. Like the musician can just log in and be like, all right, bring up the guitars a little louder, bring up my vocals a little louder, lower the bass guitar, whatever they want. They're hearing it in real time, and you can just get that knocked out. It's worth it it just saves so much time, and they can hear it on their own speaker system, and there's no arguments about, well, mine, it sounds different. Like, nope. So just make them happy. And if they want another revision after the live session, you just charge more. Don't do what some of my friends have done, where they just give unlimited edits. I've seen that on different websites, and I'm like, what are you people doing? Unlimited revisions. Anyway, like I said, have a good Sunday, have a good Easter, everybody.